It is I, CR, and we're back, ladies and gentlemen, going back in time. Do you want to be the guy that talks about how they almost made it? We almost made it, but never quite reached, ladies and gentlemen. And so because of that, we have a duty. We have an obligation to self, to try to get with the program. And who's going to stop us? Who is actually going to stop us? Ain't nobody gonna stop us. Ain't nobody gonna stop us. Gonna keep rocking. We're gonna keep doing what we do. We're gonna keep on getting what we kept on getting. Gains and more gains. Yeah. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the bunker, or MarketSpy boiler room. So allow me to introduce you to the greatest compound ever conceived. All right, so what am I talking about here? I just wanted to run you through what essentially is the MarketSpy trading floor. As you guys know, I had this thing set up during our time together back in the day when we were streaming, when we were posting video updates, calling bottoms, calling tops. This setup right here, I just moved that over here from my home studio. And I have relocated between countries like 3 times since then, but this studio space here has always been like my underground hideout. And I had 4 other members with me from the MarketSpy trading community. And basically, let me just start from the beginning. So the entrance would be right here, right? You'd go in and you have your desk number 1. So right here in this corner, we had a little snack bar. It was isolated by a Japanese bamboo paper fence thingy like this. So there would be like a little snack bar over here. I would have desk number 1, my best performing trading desk right here. One of my partners was operating from this location here. Then we had the second one. Now this camera is 30 millimeters, so I have to step back a little bit, but it's quite spacious over here, believe me. Second desk was right about here. We had the Ethernet port. We had it all hooked up, so it was a massive 5 monitor setup on each desk, right about over here. Then we had another one situated over here, and my last 4th desk over here. This couch that you're looking at right now, this couch, I had this couch right over here, and it was basically facing that way because we didn't have much space to relax, and so there was a little glass table right behind these monitors, so sometimes we just sit over here on this couch and look that way and see. So these desks had the biggest monitors here, so we had multiple ultra wides stacked vertically, and we could just see the whole market. These fixtures, that was basically my lights for when I was performing, dancing on camera for you guys, right? The whole thing took place over here, but it was a different desk setup. It was a different set of computers over here. I had 3 computers, a smaller desk, and it was right up against that window. And we have a green screen over here. It's a fabulous beast that was right here in front of the couch. So the couch was right here, desk, trading 1, trading 2. And then the canvas, basically, this canvas, this green screen was right here. And that's how I was able to do all those cool open broadcast software performances when I would come out to the platoon pad, when I would just emerge from the pool. You remember those effects in my live streams? You OGs, you remember that. This was the camera right here on this little light fixture, this tripod thing. This was a Sony camera. I don't know if you can see it, with a flip screen right here. Now let's see if it works. Let me just turn that on. CR, warrior grill. It works. Look at that. We're still on battery power over here, and it kept all that battery juice, ladies and gentlemen. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, I do have my mask on. I always have my mask on. Remember, Crypto Ranger, never take off the mask. Never sell your soul to the devil. So this was the camera, this little Sony RX. If you guys are camera geeks, this is one of the greatest cameras ever made. This is the Sony RX 100 Mark 7. And basically it would film the green screen right here. So the guys who were sitting there working on their PCs, or they were chilling on the couch here, they would not see me dancing. But these two guys over here, the desk that was here and here, they would see me do the whole thing. There was another green screen right behind me, behind this chair. And so this way, if I was streaming, I was using this little camera. I'm recreating the setup right now, but I was using this little camera to show you the desk perspective, the MarketSpy desk. And so you would see like a green screen, and you would see me sitting at the desk. And that was the idea right here. And so we had this room split like this behind the green screen. Like I said, we had the Japanese bamboo wallpaper thingy, and then it extended all the way up to here, to where the other green screen was. And so I was in this tiny little box. I'm pretty shy in front of other people when it comes to things like dancing and stuff. So I had to be very careful in terms of how I set it up, but that was the setup. I boxed myself out. The guys would be out here. They got used to it eventually, but the first few days it was quite hilarious the way it went on for a while. And yeah, so now I have my charts on, right? I have my charts over here. By the way, pump call, we're still holding it. It goes below the entry, we're out. It doesn't matter. You have your banana split pattern playing out right now. That was from last night. So I'm not calling any shorts right now, short positions, because hey, I think Bitcoin's just getting started. I don't know, we'll see. But if it goes below that entry point, somewhere right over here, then you know we'll be out and we'll be looking to short the snot out of Bitcoin. This little monitor over here, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, so it was the same camera, my Nikon Z6. Okay, that was the camera, and this was my monitor to see Twitch chat. When you guys were like chatting over here, and I looked directly at you through my legendary glasses. Now these are the ones that I used to stream, and of course you know what that guy is. So I had a couple of glasses that there they are. Okay, so these ones over here with the blue little thing, trading journal over here. If I need to make some notes, I'll still do it. Yeah, you had this whole setup, not exactly the way it looks now, but similar to what you're seeing now. And I was done with the operations. About a year and a half ago, I dismantled the whole MarketSpy boiler room over here. I wasn't really making too much money from it, mainly because I was working my ass off for clients. And if I could give you one piece of advice, it would be to never take other people's money. Not because you will mismanage or anything like that, but because people generally are a bunch of little wussies that if they see that the market is going sideways or it's not performing, if they don't get that instant gratification, if they're not getting that, then they'll likely pull out and damage your fund. It will affect all your positions long term, and you won't be able to do the things that you wanted to do initially. And so if you're depending on clients' money, it's a bad position to be in. But anyways, I was making okay money. I was making happy money. Most of it though was going out to pay for the guys that ended up working with me after we quit Optimus, the hedge fund that I was a part of here in South Korea. And that was basically the setup. This is the MarketSpy boiler room. I just wanted to show you what that looked like. We had some gear. Look at this camera. It's a handy cam. I don't think it has any batteries. Oh yeah, let's get a little light here. And yeah, and now ladies and gentlemen, now that I've gotten rid of all of this, we had an office elsewhere, a secret location, but this was where the magic would happen. This is basically where the live streams were happening. This is where major trading took place. And now I'm basically recreating it. I'm here by myself. There's nobody here. Guys moved on. Like I said, I was paying good money to those who work for the MarketSpy family fund, but they have moved on. I attempted to start a couple other businesses. I raised a couple of $1 million over a period of 2 years, I would say, right? Last 2 years. Invested that into real estate and other cash flow business models, and they failed. And so I lost all that money, but I do still have my trading account. There's a little bit of money there. And some of you guys were asking about what's the ordeal with the mask. And, you know, memes and the lore that we have built over at Cryptopocalypse Now aside, I just think that it's really smart to be able to share your P&L in terms of percent value. I would advise everybody does that. And also, don't advertise what it is that you do. Don't be an idiot and just go out there and tell everybody that you're managing a fund or something like that. I didn't have security infrastructure or anything like that, so to me it was very important that people didn't know what it is that I did the whole time I was doing it. And I pay my taxes and everything, but when it comes to online fame, I'm not really a fan of that. And I will continue to respect my own anonymity, my privacy. And yeah, I will continue to employ certain tactics where, you know, I don't want to be a victim of like kidnapping, God forbid, or some other stupid shit that people encounter when they do show parts of their business publicly, because it's so easy to get trapped in that world today where people are targeting everybody. I'm hearing about these French guys getting kidnapped, beat the shit out of, like money being extracted from them and stuff like that. So why jeopardize? I have a family, I'm a family man, and I just don't want to do that. And so I feel very comfortable putting my skills and my knowledge and what I have to share with you guys first before myself. I don't really need fame. But yeah, so what else is here? MarketSpy Boiler Room, ladies and gentlemen. This is the very premises that made the magic happen. I'm gonna miss my guys, of course. You know, it's been a good run, but I have better ideas now. And crypto is looking really good to be a part of these days, trading it, DeFi. I've been participating in DeFi projects and stuff like that. Maybe I'll tell you about that in a little bit. But yeah, this is my new desktop, and I'll start sharing beautiful, wonderful charts with you again soon. MarketSpy is getting an update. The actual algorithm has been beautified a little bit, cleaned up a little bit, streamlined, updated to the latest version of PineScript. And so you're gonna have a smooth experience with it, no glitches, and just raw performance. But yeah, we'll be going live on YouTube because Twitch is no longer in South Korea. And because I'm back in South Korea, I have to rely on a platform like YouTube now to go live because I can no longer do Twitch. But there's also Kick. Thank you for subscribing to my Kick channel. If there's enough demand, we'll go and check it out. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the desk. This is Tonto's office. And yeah, if you guys are wondering, maybe I can go over my setup. Elgato Stream Deck was always something that I enjoy using, and I'll continue to be using it. So this computer that was here for streaming and my other work, these are my home PCs, but the actual computer that was here before, unfortunately, I didn't back up all that was on it. The hard drive took a hit, SSD burnt out. It's been over like 7 years I was using it for streaming, for data storage and stuff like that. And so because of that, I had to recreate my OBS setup completely from scratch. And so I'm building it now. And if you know what open broadcast software is, you can understand the task that goes into it. My setup, the way we had it before, the platoon pad, the office, the desk, the pool, the charts, analysis. We're gonna have the pit. Remember that? You know this little bad boy right here? The pit? You press on that and like, that screen comes up. So we're gonna have all that. And I'm really excited to be back with you in the same room to start working on the new streams. All right, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Thank you for staying subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. And I'll see you in the next video or a stream coming your way in the near future. Love you all, guys. I have plenty of stories to tell you, man. The experiences, the things that I've been through, stuff about Poet, stuff about my other projects, my companies, the spiritual journey, the people involved. You're going to hear all about it, so stay tuned. It's going to be a beautiful ride, but most importantly, the charts are back in their full visual glory. Be there for it, because we're about to make some money together. It's all about gains in the end. Adios, amigos. I'll see you in the next update. Love you all. Cryptopocalypse Now, MarketSpy, and we're out.